Good afternoon, Professor. My name is Joana Mejia. Today I'm going to explain different strategies of summarizing information. First, I will explain the importance of summarizing information. According to Healy and Anderson 1986, highlight that the importance of the summary as a learning strategy helps to improve comprehension, critical thinking, information retention, communication, and facilitates the integration of knowledge. Well, there are different strategies that can help us to summarize a different kind of text, such as the first one is first, then, finally strategy. This strategy has different characteristics, such as emphasize the chronological or sequential order of events and ideas, offers a clear progression from the one stage to another stage. The strategy is often used to present a coherent and structured summary of a series of events, steps, or arguments. This kind of strategy help us to identify the order of the information. Well, I will explain this kind of strategy with the example. This is the original source. Well, if you can notice, the summarized information in the first the original source is about the effects of social media of self-esteem among teenagers. Well, the summarized information is important to identify the first, then, and final. The first refers the initial or introductory part of the summary, the first part. The first part is about the effects of social media. Then represents the progression of development of the topic. Then they in this study, in this kind of investigation, the researchers give some recommendation about they have studied about it, and finally it shows the solution of the conclusion of the discussed information. Um, and finally shows this is the finally shows the authors the identify that they combine the with positive online interaction could actually have positive effects on self-esteem. Finally shows the solution of this topic. Well, the second one strategy is about the SWBST strategy. This strategy helps readers summarize the main elements of a narrative by focusing on the key components of the character, goal, conflict, action, and resolution of the topic. And this strategy is often used with fiction and non-fictional text. Yeah. Well, I will explain this kind of strategy with the original source and summarize information. This is the original source. Is about the Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Well, the strategy starts with somebody. Who is the text about? This text is about Alice. Alice is the main character. Unwanted. What do they want? Well, Alice is the somebody. Alice, a curious girl, falls down a rabbit hole in a fantastical world. Wanted. What do they want? Alice wanted to explore a magical and whimsical world. But what challenges do they face? What challenges do Alice face? Well, Alice faces numerous challenges and encounters eccentric characters. So, how do they try to solve the problem? Um, how Alice, how do they, how does Alice try to solve the problem? She navigates through a series of peculiar adventures. And then is about the resolution of the problem. Then is the ultima ultimately wakes up realizing that it was all a dream. This is the important strategy that help us to identify the different kinds of the topics or the characters that the text could have or the story could have. And the three strategy is about this strategy. This strategy focuses on read a passage or a section of text and then write a summary using 20 words or less. This strategy helps to generate a concise summary of text focusing on the most important information and main ideas. It helps to make connections and extract meaning. It also helps to the development of critical thinking, vocabulary, syntax, ability to communicate effectively. Because when you are reading something, you can develop your ideas with imagination. For example, when people read a different text, for example, this text is about the literary text, and this strategy is consists in write a summary using 20 words or less, and this is the summarizing information. And literary text use metaphors, similar symbols to engage readers' development, critical thinking, and improve comprehension. This kind of type of summarized information helps us to improve the main important ideas of the text. And this was my presentation of this kind of strategies. And these are the references of my homework. These are the references of each source that I used in this homework. And thank you so much for your attention.